And welcome back to the channel here, everybody. Lucas from Mars back with another video of this custom league, and I'm super excited because the playoffs are officially underway here in year one. We got the playoff games for you released about a few days ago, and now the divisional round games are starting here today. The National League Divisional Series between the Kansas City Monarchs and the Nashville Stars. Game 1 here in this one will also have the other divisional series in the National League, Game 1 as well, as we saw the Monarchs get a big-time wild-card win in their first ever playoff game over the Atlanta Crusaders. In that one, a 10-7 game win on the road for Kansas City. And you look at Nashville, and Nashville is the best team in baseball really for the entirety of this season. 97 wins here going into this game. Don't mind Devaluate Jr. phasing in and out of the dugout right there. Now, I don't know why that is happening there, just the dimensions of the stadium, I guess. But either way, the Stars, the favorite really going into this playoff bracket here, and you know they're pitching maybe not as strong, but this team was the best offense in baseball basically. Up there with Seattle all year. Here's Noah Syndergaard, 33 starts for him, a 4.28 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, and 143 strikeouts. So, you know, overall had a pretty decent season. Not amazing or anything, but not terrible either. You got Chris Taylor leading off, and I believe he had one hit at least in the wild-card game. And he's going to start this game off with a ball down the line, just barely fair, and extra bases, as he's into second there with a double. So an extra base knock to begin the game here today. As you see with that one down the line, I mean, just barely fair and right on the line by the time that Kyle Stwarber there got to it and left. Super excited to start this playoff bracket here as Brandon Nimmo swings and misses at a low four-seamer. And just some fascinating matchups here for you in this year one playoff, as there's a ground ball and a nice stop, but throwing over to first base they get. Alvarez, the runner, does move up to third base. So now here is Jose Abreu, 250 for him in the playoffs. He did get a hit and a couple of, I think he got an RBI at least, maybe one or two in that wild-card game, but that is a ground out to end the first inning. So working around the double here to lead off the game. We go to the bottom of the first, and not their ace here pitching in this game, but Kyle Hendricks on the mound for Kansas City. And this year for him was one of his best years of his career. A 2.67 ERA, 219 innings, a 1.05 WHIP. I mean, those are some almost career numbers for Kyle Hendricks, kind of going back to 2016 when he was with the Cubs in real life. That is his best season that he's ever had, but this year was very close to that. I mean, a 2.67 ERA is very, very good, and he's got a lot of playoff experience, so that'll be a plus too. As we look at this Nashville lineup, and first in the National League in terms of average this year's season, 261 as a team. You got Espinal, J.D. Davis, Mike Trout, Kyle Schwarber, Goldschmidt, Lindor, DeYoung, Kepler, and Manny Pena. There is not Michael Harris is not in this playoff roster. I wanted him to be in this playoff roster and be out there starting, but I don't know why the game called him down, and I can't call him back up because he was apparently not on the active roster when he needed to be, as that was Mike Trout batting, 318, 41 homers, and in my opinion, the winner of the MVP award in the National League. I put him down there and put his name down as the winner of that award in, my spreadsheet that I have that kind of goes over the stats of the players and everything. But here is Alex Dickerson. We know what he did in his last game that he played in. He cracked two home runs in the wildcard game, was the hero of that one. Fouls that one down the line. Now Syndergaard's going to come at him with an 0-1. And it's a swing and a ball crushed, a sinker to left field, and Alex Dickerson hits another homer. Wow, his third home run in 5 at-bats here, 6 at-bats. But no, it's 5 at-bats for him in this playoffs, and he's got 3 homers already. Unbelievable. 1-0 Kansas City here in the top of the 2nd inning. I mean, an unlikely hero. I mean, he had a pretty decent regular season, 20-plus home runs this year for Alex Dickerson, but man, 415 on the distance, and no doubter. Crushed it. I mean, when you look across this lineup, you think Alvarez and, you know, Abreu, those are guys that are going to be stars on this team. Alex Dickerson, not necessarily the first guy that you think of to, you know, be the guy that's going to carry this team, but that's what he's been doing so far. Now Aaron Nola's at the plate, and he's going to ground that 2-2 right back up to Noah Syndergaard here, who's going to make the play to throw it on to first. But man, oh man, Alex Dickerson, he has been fantastic so far in the playoffs, and he's not slowing down in this divisional series. Launches his 3rd homer already of the playoffs. So we go to the bottom of the 2nd, and here's Kyle Schwarber, 34 homers, 85 ribbies, and 870 OPS for him in the regular season. A fantastic power hitter, and, you know, he's been in the playoffs a ton before as well, and he is definitely a dangerous playoff hitter. Paul Goldschmidt there sitting on deck, so it doesn't get any easier if you are Kyle Hendricks here in this lineup. I mean, some of the best top 5 hitters in baseball here in Nashville. That one does, in fact, get the strike zone. Now a 3-1. Swing and a miss at a swing and a drive at a low fastball there. And Alvarez runs out of room. That ball is gone. Kyle Schwarber with a solo homer here in his first playoff at-bat of this season, and we are tied up at 1. Great swing here on not a terrible pitch from Kyle Hendricks, but man, Schwarber just got enough of that. 381 to left center field. So tie score now with Paul Goldschmidt at the plate, and that one does miss inside. And Goldschmidt, 43 homers, 128 RBIs. I mean, MVP kind of candidate there. And again, not actually the MVP. MVP in terms of this franchise, but not in terms of my spreadsheet. Oh my goodness, that was a ridiculous play by Bobby Witt Jr. right there. Wow, you know, with a young guy, rookie here, making his first playoff appearance, and that was a fantastic defensive grab and a gem right there at short for him. So 1 down in the inning, now for Francisco Lindor. He was all the way down here batting 6th, but man, he had batted 249, almost 800, had an almost 800 OPS with 26 homers and 84 RBIs on the season. So now here's an 0-1 to Lindor. Swing, and there's a ball hit out to deep left field. Alvarez is at the wall, and that ball is gone! 2nd homer of the inning. Francisco Lindor leaves the yard now. And Nashville is up 2-1 here in the 2nd. I mean, this lineup can beat you just about anywhere. The top 6 in this batting order are just incredible. 349, not a long home run there by any means. 70% win percentage. I like that win percentage kind of graphic there. You don't get to see it very much when I'm, you know, editing these videos, but man, what a couple of big swings here in this inning by Nashville. And Paul DeJong is batting now, and Paul DeJong, you know, only batted 203 during the regular season, struggled during the year, but he draws a walk. Max Kepler up now, and man, this has been a struggling inning here for Kyle Hendricks. There's a ground ball, that'll help. Double play, yes, it is a double play. Good scoop at first base to end an inning, and this inning, but end a pretty brutal one for Kyle Hendricks. 2 home runs. Schwarber and then Lindor, the Stars, up on top 2-1 as we go to the 3rd inning. So with 2 down in the 3rd inning, here's Brandon Nimmo at the plate, and a good inning here for Syndergaard so far. First pitch to Brandon Nimmo is a fly ball Out into right field. That's caught by Max Kepler, who is this team's right fielder for the postseason. And that'll end the top of the third inning. So that's a 1-2-3 frame there. Now we go bottom three. Manny Pena at the plate. He is going to swing and miss at a low sinker. Not really a low sinker. I mean, that was a good pitch right in the zone for sure. Now in Shady Davis. And he's going to ground it over to short. And that's a good play and a good throw made there by Bobby Witt at shortstop. So 3 innings here. Still 1-2 game. Clean inning for both of those pitchers in that one. And now we go to the 4th. Here's Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 so far in this one. And, you know, had a 1 hit at least in that wild card game there as that one misses. So 2-0 here to Syndergaard. 40 pitches in to his day so far. Still only has the bonus of the home run by Dickerson on his resume, as that's a ball driven to center. And looks like Mike Trout's going to play it off the wall here as it bounces right in front of it. And all the way to third base with a triple goes Yordan Alvarez. Not sure how many he had of those in the regular season. Probably only 2 or 3 of them. So, you know, not a guy that has a lot of speed. Not a guy that's got a lot of, you know, he's going to get a lot of triples for you, but got that one right into the perfect spot, actually just off of the top of the wall there, higher wall in this ballpark in center field. So now he's 90 feet away with nobody out, and here's Jose Abreu as that one misses outside. And, you know, with 2 strikes here, big strikeout opportunity for Syndergaard here. That's what you want, 1-2. And that's what he's going to get, as that one is strike 3. Home plate umpire says that Abreu went around there on that pitch, and now there's 1 out. Well, here's Alex Dickerson, and, I mean, you need an RBI. You rely on him so far. 2-1. Ground ball down the line, and fair. Rolling to the corner. That's going to be another ribby for Dickerson. Another extra base hit as he's into second with a double. Unbelievable. 3 home runs. A double now, 4 extra base hits for him in 6 trips to the plate in this postseason so far. Incredible stuff by Alex Dickerson. Now the game is tied 2-2. Tommy La Stella's at the plate, and he's going to drive that one into the gap. That one's going to fall in and off the wall for extra bases here. La Stella's going to get into second base, safe with a double. Back-to-back doubles here in the 4th inning, and the Monarchs are going to go on top again, 3-2. Good swing there by La Stella into the perfect spot. So now it's Bobby Witt Jr. here, and he's going to foul that sinker off on the 2-2 count, and this has been a long at-bat. 9th pitch here of the AB coming to Bobby Witt Jr. now. 2-2. And he goes around, and a changeup outside. Yeah, and Bobby Witt knows that that's not a pitch he sort of should have swung out there. So now there is 2 down for Austin Nola, who is 0 for 1 in the game so far today. 1-1 pitch to Nola's a drive into left field, and that's over the head of Kyle Schwarber in left. That's going to score the run. La Stella is going to come in from second, and Aaron Nola goes to second with a double. So the third double of this inning for Kansas City. Monarchs up now 4-2, as there's a ground ball to second. That'll end the frame. So the top of the 4th comes and goes. The Monarchs get 3 runs in that inning there off of, 3 extra base hits, 3 doubles in that frame, 4-2. We go to the 4th. That ball's in the dirt. So the count is full, and the offenses here for both of these teams have come to play so far. Man on. Schwarber takes a 4-seamer for a strike at the knees. That was a great pitch right there by Kyle Hendricks. And now it's Paul Goldschmidt. And Goldschmidt is going to ground it over into left field, and that is going to be a single. The throw there a little bit wild, but 2 runners on base with only 1 out. Hendricks has kind of struggled up to this point in this game. Now Francisco Lindor is going to Grounded over to Bobby Witt, and he's going to make another fantastic play there at short with the shorthand. In the dirt, picks it off the ground, gets one out. Now there's two down, and Paul DeYoung going to fly into center near the warning track, but underneath it, making the catch is Trent Grisham, the center fielder there, for out number one. Or out number 3 in the inning, sorry, as we go to the top of the 5th. Now with one away, what a fantastic stop by Syndergaard, starting a double play to end the top of the 5th. So, okay, we're halfway home now in this ball game. 4-2 is the score, and, man, Syndergaard there preventing another hit from Kansas City. They've already got 7 of them in this game to this point. So the bottom 5th now. Here's Max Kepler back up. 0-for-1 in the game so far. 0-2 count on him here. Swing and a miss. Out in front of that changeup there from Hendricks, who's got his 3rd strikeout of the day. Let's see this pitch and swing again. Yeah, way out in front of that off-speed pitch there, as you can see, and just missed it. But great location as well by Hendricks. So now it's Manny Pena at the plate. First pitch, fast as a off-speed pitch right down the middle that Pena crushes to left center field. Over the wall and gone. Manny Pena, not a lot of offense from him during the regular season, but he's going to get a big homer here in the 5th to make it a 1-run game. 4-3 now in the 5th inning. And, man, Pena hit that ball really well. 388 on the distance and into the little practice field out there in left center. So now it's J.D. Davis. 2-2 count to him. Here is a ground ball. That's picked up by Bobby Witt, who's making a lot of plays out there in this game so far at shortstop. But Manny Pena makes the lead down a 1 again here for Kansas City. And, I mean, it's been back and forth so far in this game. Fantastic start to this one here and in this series. So we're in the 6th inning now, and that's going to be 0-for-0 Syndergaard. So he only goes 5 innings, didn't pitch that exceptionally well. Brad Keller comes out of the bullpen, and Brad Keller was a little bit suspect this year in 174 innings, a 1.44 ERA, or whip, He was, the 5th starter for most of the year for Nashville. Mackenzie Gore kind of took over his place at the end of the season. He's not on the playoff roster for Nashville here, as that one just barely misses for ball 4. So now here's Alex Dickerson. He's had a fantastic game in this one so far. 2-for-2 with a solo homer and then a big-time double down the line. So he's had a couple of RBIs already in this one. A flashback to the 2nd inning. There is first home run of this day today, as that's a foul ball. He somehow hit that sinker there. And that one was, a tough pitch to hit, but he got a piece of it. Now an 0-2. Ah, at the knees there, the slider. Fantastic location by Brad Keller, and they get Alex Dickerson out for the first time in this game and in this series. Yeah, right at the knees. Nothing that Dickerson could have done with that pitch. Now Tommy La Stella. Is going to take ball 4, and Brad Keller had 67 walks in 174 innings. The walks weren't, that great for him. It wasn't a extreme issue, but now he's got base runners traffic here for Bobby Witt. And Bobby Witt Jr. is going to ground it to first. A nice stop by Goldschmidt, and they are going to get Bobby Witt Jr. out at first base. Okay, just barely there. Now there is 2 down, but the runners have moved up to 2nd and 3rd. Now it's Nola who's, got a RBI double, but they're going to go and intentionally walk him here. So they give him the pass. The bases are now loaded with the 3rd walk, technically, of the inning. Now it's Trent Grisham. 0-for-1. Had a home run in the wildcard game, but is going to fly this one to center. And that one is caught to end at the top of the 6th. So a big-time RBI opportunity right there for Trent Grisham missed, and somehow No runs given up by Mitch Keller in the top of the 6th inning. So now it's Schwarber, and Schwarber's going to ground it over to the outfield here, and that's a base hit to center. Base runner to begin the bottom of the 6th. Now it's Goldschmidt at the plate, and he takes a sinker there, missing outside. Goldschmidt 1 for 2 with a base hit earlier in the game, and 80 pitches now for Hendricks. 1 and 2 is a line drive. That ball is down, and yes, it's off of the wall here. Let's see. Around first, trying to go home as the runner. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Schwarber scores all the way from first as Goldschmidt there with a line drive. Double into the gap. 113-mile-an-hour exit velocity there on that swing. That ball was smashed, and now it's Cole Irvin. 1 inning, 9 ERA for him on the season. And, man, he has, he had an overall okay year. Kind of struggled in the game that he pitched in the wildcard game as that ball bounces up and over the wall. An extra base hit, a double there, a ground rule double for Francisco Lindor. Goldschmidt's going to score off of that, and the Monarchs trail now again. Nashville retaking the lead here in the 6th, 4-5. Now it's Kepler, and he's going to foul this one off. And man, what a fantastic back and forth game we have here tonight so far. Cole Irvin on his first pitch that he had threw coming out of the bullpen gave up an extra base hit and gave up another run. Although that one, the run is not charged to him in that sense, I guess, but that's a strikeout of Kepler. But man, the bullpen there, Cole Irvin gave up a big-time extra base hit, but Nashville 2 massive runs in the 6th to take the lead back. Now we go to the top of the 7th inning, and here's Yordan Alvarez. So Brad Keller still pitching, and so far in this 7th he's pitched well, but that is ball 3 outside. So, oh boy, Jose Abreu on deck. Don't want to get to him here. 3-0 to Alvarez. And that is strike 1, just barely on the corner. Now the count runs full to Alvarez here. And that one is a four-seamer that is high, just missing there. Great eye and great at bat by Alvarez. So now it's Jose Abreu at the plate. He's 0 for 2 in this game so far. The 3-2, that one misses as well. A sinker that misses just outside. And 2 men are on with 2 men out. And here he is at, again, Alex Dickerson. Up again, 2 for 3. That homer and a double struck out his last time. An excellent RBI chance for him again. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a drive to left field. Schwarber is at the wall. And it's gone. Unbelievable. Alex Dickerson. Back-to-back days with multiple home runs. His 4th of the postseason. A 3-run shot. The Monarchs ahead 7-5 in the 6th. I mean, on the road, crowd silencing hits and home runs here by Dickerson. I mean, his shortest one that he's hit so far in the playoffs, only 343 on the distance there. All the other ones have been no doubters, but unbelievable. Noah Ramirez comes out of the bullpen here. Pretty good for him, actually. Good numbers in 61 innings this season. And now the Monarchs 80% chance of winning this game. They go back up by 2 here after that homer. I mean, that's unbelievable. 5 RBIs now for Dickerson tonight. He's got 9 of them already in just 2 playoff games. 4 homers, 5 extra base hits. I've never seen anything like that to start a playoff run. I mean, maybe the best beginning to a postseason that we've ever seen. I don't know how many other guys in postseason history have, gone through 2 games and got 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. That's incredible. So up in the bottom of the 7th here is Manny Pena. And the Stars here are going to try and respond to what just happened in the top of this inning with the home run by Dickerson. There's a swing and there's a ground ball, and that is going to be a base hit for Manny Ramirez. Or Manny Pena, excuse me. But man, Manny Pena is showing some offense in this one. A home run now, a base hit. And yeah, Cole Irvin kind of sucked there. He didn't do his job very well. So they go back to the bullpen and go to Dylan Floro. One of the few guys out of the Monarchs bullpen to pitch a scoreless inning in that wild card game. That ball in the dirt, and that ball is going to be a wild pitch as to second base goes Manny Pena. So now a runner in scoring position for Espinal. 1-2, that's a swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball outside and high. Not the pitch you want to be swinging out there. Now there's one down. J.D. Davis at the plate, and he takes that change up there for strike one. I mean, this is what you live for here as a ball player. Playoff baseball, tight game here, late innings. 1-1 pitch to Davis. It's a swing and a drive! Cross to left center field! J.D. Davis ties the game. It's 7-7 here in the 7th inning. That's how you respond right there with that swing. Man, oh man, what a game here so far today. Just back and forth blows by these two teams, and a no-doubter from Davis. 434 on the distance. Wow, above that splash zone area there. And, I mean, 55% chance for Nashville. I mean, it has just gone back and forth. The chances that we've seen from these teams to win this game, back and forth all night long. And another huge momentum swing in this one in the 7th inning. Trout now is going to pop it up to shortstop here, and that one is going to be caught by the shortstop there. By Bobby Witt Jr. I always forget his name for some reason for just a second, but now it's Kyle Schwarber as there's a ground ball to him again. Bobby Witt is making another play as that throw a little bit offline a little bit, but a good scoop there by Jose Abreu. But man, what a game here, and I mean, we have a classic finish set up in this one as J.D. Davis tying things up with a 2-run homer. We go to the 8th. Now it's Trent Grisham. 0 for 2 with a walk in this game earlier. And let's see what he does here with 2 down in the frame. Noah Ramirez still pitching here as he's going to fly this one into left. And Schwarber there is going to make the catch. So that's a big 0 right there put up by Noah Ramirez here in the 8th inning. So we go bottom 8. Here's Zach Davies, and pitched in that wild card game, gave up a run in his inning of work. So 2 down in this inning. So far, so good. Paul DeYoung at the plate here, 0 for 2 with a walk back in the 3rd inning. And here's Davies coming out and with the first pitch of this at bat, and it's a ground ball. Nice stop by Bobby Witt, who throws it over to first base. A little jump throw there. And man, Bobby Witt Jr., I mean, we said his name on defense so often in this game, just showing off the leather and his skills. This rookie is really good on the field. He has made quite a few plays out there on the field today. So we're going to the 9th inning, and we are tied at 7. Fantastic bowl game so far as we're in the 9th. Here's Chris Taylor at the plate. Now Ramirez trying to get another inning of work under his belt here, and that's a swerve. That is just a nasty pitch right there from Ramirez. Swing and a miss there by Chris Taylor. Outside, low. I mean, no chance for Chris Taylor on that one. So now here's Brandon Nimmo, and Brandon Nimmo is going to swing and miss. Circle change there at the knees for him, and Noah Ramirez, again, another fantastic off-speed pitch. Let's take a look at this pitch sequence. Started out with a fastball kind of right down the middle, but really, after that pitch, he really located well. The slurve, though, on 1 and 2 was a little bit in the zone, but, a lot of off-speed pitches there in that at-bat. That one is ball 4. So a little bit of a wood block here for Ramirez. He gives up a walk to Alvarez, and now here's Jose Abreu. 0 for 2 in the game so far. 3 and 2 is a fly ball. Trout is on the move. Trout is near the warning track, not quite to the warning track though, makes the catch. So end of the 9th inning, and we got a tie game at 7. The Nashville Stars set up to try and walk off the opener of this series here in the 9th. 1 down in the frame. Zach Davies pitching, and there's a cutter swung on and missed outside. Davies fired up with that strikeout there. 2 down in the inning. And now Santiago Espinal is 0 for 4 so far today, looking for his first postseason hit here. And he's not going to get it, as that's a line drive right to Bobby Witt Jr. at shortstop. So we are going to go to the extra innings here. First divisional round playoff game is going to go to extras. How about that? Some extra baseball for y'all in the playoffs here. Jimmy Nelson comes out, and you know, he struggled definitely this year. 1.8 whip, 27 walks for him in 31.2 innings, so definitely struggled to locate at times and with the walks this season. But here's Alex Dickerson, and I mean, just, you know, we can't declare an MVP in the playoffs already, but right now, clearly the leader in that department. He does get out, though I'm not sure why I didn't show you. I think he just flew out or grounded out or something. Not an important play necessarily, but now as Bobby Witt Jr. is at the plate, as that one misses. So 2-0 to Witt Jr. here. Jimmy Nelson's got the first 2 outs of this inning cleanly. And now he goes to a 2-1 for Witt Jr. And Bobby Witt is going to swing and crush this ball. Oh boy, deep to center field. And it is gone. Bobby Witt making some plays on the field in this game. About time he does something with his bat here in this one. A home run to straightaway center. And the Monarchs strike first here in extras. They go up 8-7. The bench goes crazy with that swing. And the rookie here, 21 years old, crushes his first playoff homer. And I don't know if he got an RBI in the wildcard game. I don't think he did. So that's probably his first ribby in the playoffs as well. But, man, a huge swing. No doubter. Ball crushed by Bobby Witt. I mean, I think he had nearly 20 home runs in the regular season. 416 on the distance there into the splash zone area in center. Wow, so that's a swing, and there's a fly ball, but Kepler is near the track. He's going to make that catch, tracks it down to end the top of the 10th inning, but, man, the Monarchs now are an out away, or 3 outs away here from a Game 1 victory after that home run from Bobby Witt Jr. One more look at this swing there. And Bobby Witt Jr. admiring his home run shot a little bit there afterwards. So now we go to the bottom of the 10th, and here's Colin McHugh, and, well, he was successful in his first save attempt of the playoffs in the wildcard game, pitching in that 9th inning, 1 inning of work so far, and, you know, a strikeout in that frame as well. So 1 down in the inning, and here is Mike Trout. I mean, this is a super difficult part of their batting order here. You know, you got 2, 3, and 4 for Nashville in this inning, as that one's fouled away. And we haven't seen Mike Trout do much in this game. He's 0 for 4 so far. 1-2 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Slider, fantastic pitch from McHugh, and Mike Trout's going to go 0 for 5 here in this bowl game. And now the Stars down to their last out in this one. Beautiful slider right there by McHugh with a 13-inch break. I mean, started way in the zone there, right down the middle basically, and finished near the dirt. So now it's Kyle Schwarber. He's 2 for 4 in this game, a double and a homer. As this pitch is swung on and crushed. Oh boy, to left field, Brandon Nimmo! What's up? That ball is gone! Tie game! Nashville's not dead yet. Kyle Schwarber's second homer of the game. It's 8-8. Crowd goes crazy, and Kyle Schwarber, I mean, he's just got so much power, and, you know, he's just a playoff superstar, playoff monster. 424. Oh, man, that ball was just crushed way back. I mean, midway up the bows out there in left field. And, you know, that was a pitch, definitely missed in location right there to Schwarber. Colin McHugh missed that one down the middle, and that's going to be the end of the 10th inning. But, man, damage done. Game 1 continues here in this one. We are going to the 11th, and we're tied at 8. What a fantastic start to this series. Now we go to the top of the 11th, and here's Trent Grisham. He is 0 for 3 so far in this game. You know, have that home run, of course, back in the wild card game. Hasn't done anything on offense so far today. He's going to fly this one into the outfield here, and that one is going to drop in for a base hit. So Trent Grisham gets on to start the 11th. Timmy Nelson is still on the mound here pitching. Despite the home run given up to Bobby Witt, there's going to be a bunt attempt laid down, and they're going to go to second base here. Goldschmidt trying to go to second, but it's not going to work as the runner reaches. And now Brandon Nimmo is going to lay down a bunt here. And, well, this one is going to work. They're going to get the out at second base, apparently. Well, that was a super close play. I kind of thought he was safe for a minute. And now it's Yordan Alvarez. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. The walk. Now the bases are loaded here with one away for Jose Abreu. And that is going to be the end of the line for Jimmy Nelson. Not a great job for him out of the bullpen. They bring out Jordan Holloway now. Didn't pitch a lot in the regular season. I mean, only pitched in 3 games, 1.1 innings. And he's one of those young relief pitchers that's going to be a staple of this bullpen for a while in Nashville here. But let's see what he does in this situation. Hard one to be called into, as Abreu is going to ground it back up the middle, and it's going to get through and into center field. 1 run scores! 2 runs score. Brandon Nimmo comes across the plate, and Jose Abreu delivering a huge base hit back up the middle. 10-8. The Monarchs are back out in front. Wow, I mean, just a staple base hit right back where it came from right there. And, I mean, yeah, Jordan Holloway, a tough situation for a really young pitcher that doesn't have really a lot of MLB experience, much less playoff experience, to be called into. Alex Dickerson's going to swing and miss at the slider there. So he goes down on strikes for the second time in this game. But, man, the Monarchs' offense has just been fantastic in this playoff so far, as that's a ground ball to third base. They go the long way there. Espinal does. They get the outs, but the Monarchs get 2. 1 run wasn't enough in the top of the 10th. Now is 2 runs going to be enough here in the 11th inning. We'll just have to see a 10-8 score in this one. Here's Lindor, who's had a fantastic night. 2 for 4 with a homer and a double. McHugh is still pitching here, and that's a cutter swung on and missed. So Cole McHugh trying to, you know, he can actually get credit for the win in this game if he can close it out here, but he's got 1 down now. He only has 14 pitches, actually. Now he's got 18. Here's the 1-2 to Paul DeYoung, and that's a slider swung on and missed. Wow, so McHugh, you know, he's bounced back pretty well from the kind of a rough last inning, giving up that home run. That's his 3rd strikeout here in this appearance, in his 2nd of this bowl game. And now Max Kepler, down to him, the final out, the final strike. And it's a swing and a slider way inside. Lostella's got the ball, throws it to first, not going to be in time. Wow, okay, that was going to be a ridiculously tough play. And he couldn't make it, so now it's Manny Pena, who's going to swing and drive this wall. Ball into center field. Trent Grisham's got it. From first to third goes Kepler, and now men are on the corners with 2 down. This game is not over. Nashville refusing to let go in this game. Now it's Santiago Espinal swings through a slider, and Espinal, This is, this is the time for him to make something happen. He is 0 for 5 in this game so far. One of the only guys to not get a hit for either team tonight. Now at 0-1, it's a swing, it's a fly ball, over to left, Jordan Alvarez has it, A's under and makes the catch. That is the end of the game. Wow, a monster sigh of relief. This one is over. The Monarchs take game 1 on the road here in Nashville, 10-8. Man, back-to-back games with double digits in the score column for the Monarchs here. I mean, their offense was really good during the regular season. It was, among the top 10 in pretty much every category, but man, their offense has been incredible in the postseason so far. Taking a look at that box score there. I mean, a couple of big-time stars in this game, of course. Alex Dickerson, once again, a star for the Monarchs in this one, just as he was in the wildcard game. And, man, despite 2 home runs by Kyle Schwarber, the Stars fall short. And if, man, this game 1 is any indication of how this series is going to go, this is going to be a fantastic series. I really do expect this series to go at least 4, probably 5 games between these two ball clubs. These two teams are just really evenly matched, I feel like. Not a lot of weaknesses for either of them. Maybe in the bullpen, maybe in the pitching. I mean, the pitching for the Monarchs has definitely got to get better. They've given up 8 runs in this game. They gave up 7 in the other game. The offense is not going to score 10 runs every single time. So the pitching needs to get better for the Monarchs for sure going forward. But they've won their first 2 playoff games that they've played here so far in this postseason. So yeah, player of the game is Alex Dickerson, and that makes sense because he was 3 for 6 in this one with 2 home runs, a double, and 5 RBIs. Jordan Alvarez also was 1 for 3, had a triple. Bobby Witt Jr. had a huge home run. Tom Stella had a double and an RBI. And you look at Nashville here, here's their kind of lineup, and Santiago Espinal and Mike Trout were the only 2 guys to not get a hit in this one. Actually, Paul DeYoung didn't get a hit either. But home runs by Manny Pena, J.D. Davis, Francisco Lindor, and 2 by Schwarber. Noah Syndergaard, 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Not great numbers there. Brad Keller gave up 3 runs in 1.2 innings. Noah Ramirez pitched 2.1 scoreless innings, though he was very good. Jimmy Nelson definitely struggled 1.1 innings, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits and a walk. And Jordan Holloway got 0.2 innings there, but did give up a run, a big-time base hit, 2 RBI single to Jose Abreu. And every single batter here in this Kansas City batting order got at least 1 hit tonight. Actually, only 1 guy got multiple. Alex Dickerson was the only hitter taking multiple hits in this game, actually, for Kansas City. That's fascinating. But, Bobby Witt had a home run, Nola an RBI, Brady with 2 big RBIs in extra innings. Stella had an RBI as well. But, man, Alex Dickerson, 500 batting average, 4 home runs, 5 extra base hits, 9 RBIs in 2 games. That's unbelievable. And there's Kyle Hendricks, 5.1 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. I mean, neither one of these starters did that great today. Cole Irvin, 0.2 innings, and he gave up another run. He's got a 10.8 ERA right now, so I think it would be hard-pressed to kind of get him back in action again. Dylan Floro blew the save. In this one, gave up a run. Jack Davies pitched 2 solid innings. Nelson didn't give up a run. And Cole McHugh gave up a home run in the 10th, but kept pitching and pitched 2 innings. Got the win as well. So that was a fantastic bowl game there in Game 1 of that series. Now we move on to the other divisional round game here between the Salt Lake City Bees and the Indianapolis Arrows. The Bees, the winners of the National League West, and the Arrows, the winners of the National League East, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember if the Arrows are in the East or the Central Division. I think they're in the Eastern Division because I think the Central Division is where Nashville and those other teams are. So either way, these are 2 teams 93 wins, I believe, for the Arrows on the season. Meanwhile, the Bees had 89 wins on the year, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, they just barely won. Both of these teams didn't win their divisions by a whole lot. And so this is an interesting matchup. I definitely think that on paper, this Arrows team is a lot better, especially offensively. You know, I think the pitching staff for Salt Lake is really good, and that's going to be what they have to lean on in this series if they want to have a chance against the Arrows. But this Arrows pitching staff isn't terrible either. Max Scherzer, here is their ace, and, you know, 37 years old in this game. He's pitched a ton of playoff innings, and, you know, this season, 195 innings for him, a 3.55 ERA, 183 strikeouts. So, yeah, had a pretty good year, and now it's magical. Had a 285 with 41 RBIs. I don't know what his on base was, but, you know, at least 340, I think. So, did a pretty good job as this team's leadoff hitter. He's going to pop it up over to first base. And so, let's see the Salt Lake lineup, and this is where I think this team is a little bit weak. And remember, they don't have Ronald Acuna Jr. He got injured towards the end of the season, and that is a huge absence they're going to feel in this series for sure. Joey Wendell, CJ Cron, Teoscar Hernandez, DJ Stewart, Luis Torrens, Miguel Andujar, Odubel Herrera, and Elias Diaz. 6th in the NL, I think that said in whatever, I don't know what the stat that that gave actually was, but, you know, that's a swing and a miss there, and a strikeout for Scherzer to get the second out of the first inning. But, yeah, I mean, that's the question. Can this offense here pick up the slack without their best hitter in Ronald Acuna? So here's CJ Cron at 2-2 to him. That's a curveball missing down low. So Teoscar is sitting on deck here. So the count now full. Scherzer is going to look, and he's got the pitch here on a 3-2. It is just high at the very top of the zone. Man, that was a really close pitch, and they don't give Scherzer the benefit of the doubt on that one. So that's a walk. Base runner on for Teoscar Hernandez here, as that's a four-seamer on the corner for strike one. Teoscar this year, 243 average, 25 homers, and 79 RBIs. Had a pretty good year offensively. Now with 2-1 to Hernandez is a swing and a ball crushed deep to left field. Teoscar Hernandez leaves the yard. That ball's gone. 446 on the distance. My goodness, was that ball crushed. And it's 2-0 immediately for the Bees in the first inning. So both the road teams in these bowl games here strike first in this, you know, in game one. And man, Teoscar knew it, just admired that home run. Let's see where this one actually landed. 446 on the distance. Way out. Oh man, off of the top of the second deck there you saw. Not actually into the seats of the second deck, but, you know, off the kind of the banner and off of the siding of the second deck. That was an impressive home run for sure. Now here's DJ Stewart. And, you know, 261 average for him this season. Definitely had a pretty good season. He was really good at getting on base this year. He had an almost like 380 on base percentage. He's going to ground out to first base there to end the inning. But in the inning, Teoscar Hernandez absolutely crushes that ball. I mean, not even a bad pitch, really, by Scherzer near the bottom of the zone. But Hernandez was all over it, and the Bees are up 2-0 after the top of the first inning. So, on the mound for the Bees is Jack Flaherty. I don't know why they're not showing you his stats in the regular season this year, but, you know, he pitched almost 200. I think he pitched over 200 innings. He was this team's ace, and had a, 2.93 ERA, I believe, finished with that. I don't know why they didn't show you his numbers there. It's kind of frustrating. But here's Gavin Lux, 244 average, 12 home runs, and 52 RBIs. Remember, Indianapolis got him in a trade at the deadline this year. First pitch, and that's a swing and a drive by Lux. Oh boy, into left field, and that ball is gone! Wow, off of the wall there, the super tall wall in left field, and Gavin Lux, the first pitch that he sees jumps all over, and the arrows are on the board. It's 2-1. So immediately, Gavin Lux here making an impact, and that's what you love to see. A guy that this team went after and got in the trade deadline, traded for him. I don't know, I can't remember what the trade details of that were exactly, but 381 on the distance off of the board there with all those kind of advertisements in left field. And you really, don't have to get it very high in left to be able to get it over that wall. The wall there is super short. I might actually get that wall a little bit higher and increase it a little bit going into next season. We'll have to see. But here's Dominic Smith, and pretty good numbers for him once he got called up to the majors. As there's a ground ball, that one gets on through for a base hit. So, we saw Indianapolis. They called up a few guys that they had in the minors to kind of revamp their offense a little bit towards the final end of the season. But here's Vladdy, and Vladimir Guerrero, 286 average, 44 homers, 110 ribbies. I mean, one of the best hitters in baseball this season. That's a ball 4 and misses for a walk there. As 2 men on here, nobody out still in this game, as that one misses inside to Mullins. Cedric Mullins, 102 RBIs, 278 average, 848 OPS, 29 homers. A fantastic regular season for him. Now we 2-1, a ground fly ball to left field. On the move is Stewart, who makes the catch. That was a great grab right there in left field, and tagging from second is the runner. So, men on the corners, and let's look at this Arrows lineup here a little closer. You got Gavin Lux, Dominic Smith, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Cedric Mullins, Josh Donaldson batting 5th, Mark Canha, Danny Jansen, Marcell Ozuna, and David Fletcher. There is no Didi Gregorius in this batting order because there's a swing and a miss. And the game called Didi Gregorius down, and I couldn't call him back up either. So that's a little frustrating, but David Fletcher will be the guy that will kind of take his place there in the batting order. And a few fastballs by Flaherty changed it up on him in that final pitch of the sequence with the slider. Now Mark Canha at the plate here with 2 outs, and that ball misses for ball 3. Count is full, and this has been a long inning for Jack Flaherty. 23 pitches already, gets a new ball there. 25th pitch of the frame, and it's a knuckle curve at the top of the zone for strike 3. An interesting pitch, an interesting location by Flaherty, who honestly has kind of a rough first inning. Both pitchers, a kind of rough beginning to their starts in this one. So it's 2-1, Salt Lake on top after 1 in this first game of the series. An interesting start indeed. Now it's Elias Diaz who takes a slider for strike 1. Diaz this season only batted .226 with 20 homers and 57 RBIs. The offense wasn't that great for him this year. So now an 0-2, and it's a ground ball. Fantastic diving stop by Vladdy. What a double play. Wow. Man, I mean, Guerrero's offense cannot be denied. It's incredible, but man, flashing the leather there. I mean, that's a hard play because you gotta see where the ball is in spite of the runner that's going to second base there. That was a fantastic play made as that ball misses way inside, almost hits Marcell Ozuna. 729 OPS. He had 6 homers, 11 RBIs. Pretty good numbers actually since he got his call up. And he's gonna go around on that 4-seam fastball for strike 3. And I might have mentioned this before about him, but he's got those interesting neon green sleeve and color guards and stuff. I mean, he doesn't match the uniform at all in the slightest, but I think it's kind of cool actually. I kind of like those accessories that he's got on him. A little bit of a personalized style for him. As that is going to be the end of the second inning. So that was a better frame for Jack Flaherty there. Didn't give up a run. We go to the top of the third. Here's Joey Wendell. And he is going to swing and miss. Sluggo change there below the knees as Scherzer gets his second strikeout. And let's look at this pitch again. I mean, it was pretty filthy from Max Scherzer. Well, yeah, I mean, no chance for Joey Wendell. So, yeah, how does Max Scherzer respond to the home run? And so far, he's responded to it pretty well, as that's a fly ball, but it's right to Mullins, who didn't really have to move out there in center field to make the catch. So that's the end of the top of the third inning, and we got 2, 3, 4 in this inning. Now Mullins is at the plate. That one misses inside for ball 1, and you know, Jack Flaherty's, I think both of those runners on base are via the walk, so he's walked like 4 or 5 guys already in this start, and he now is in danger of walking Mullins already here as that ball misses inside. So a good pitch count here for Mullins to do something with. 3-1, and it's a knuckle curve that is going to be grounded into a double play. They just get Mullins at first base. And that was really what the doctor ordered and what Jack Flaherty wanted in that situation, to get 2 down in the inning quickly. So now it's Josh Donaldson, 3-0 count to Donaldson here. That one is a fastball for strike 1. And yeah, I mean, Jack Flaherty has fallen behind almost everybody he has pitched to in this game so far. 60th pitch of the night already, and that's ball 4. I mean, I don't know, I can't remember exactly how many walks it is for him, but that's, you know, 3 or 4 walks at least already by Jack Flaherty, and already 60-plus pitches tonight. So I don't know how long he's going to really be able to go. That's a fly ball, and this is going to be caught here, it looks like. Yes, Odubel Herrera settles under it. So that'll end the third inning, but man, I mean, just long innings here by Jack Flaherty. He's not been working very effectively or very efficiently so far. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. 2 down in the inning, so the offenses have definitely slowed down since the first inning happened. As here's David Fletcher, 0 for 1 in the game. And David Fletcher's going to grind that one down the line, and it's going to go fair and into the corner here, rolling, as David Fletcher is going to make his way to second base with a double. Good backup right there by Andujar in the infield with that throw going awry. Now it's Gavin Lux. And Gavin Lux is going to pop it up over into foul territory. Teoscar Hernandez, or that's not Teoscar Hernandez, that's Miguel Andujar, makes the play to end the 4th inning. So we see 2 hits, 3 hits for these 2 clubs so far. And now Miguel Andujar is at the dish here in the top of the 5th inning, and he's going to fly this one to deep center, deep left field, and that ball is off of the wall, and it's gone. Off the wall and left for a home run, and Miguel Andujar down the line. We are tied. Oh no, the Bees go up 3-1 now here in the 5th. So a good swing here by Andujar. I mean, a guy that, you know, wasn't really even a regular starter on this lineup for a while. 345 on the distance there off of the big show sign out there in left field. As Odubel Herrera swings and misses. What a filthy slider. That was a pretty nasty pitch and no chance. Almost actually ended up hitting the batter there. Let's see this on pitch sequence. Starting him off a couple of fastballs, and then that slider's way, way inside. I mean, that's really good pitches from Max Scherzer, who's, you know, pitched pretty well. He's got 4 strikeouts now. He gets a strikeout of Joey Wendell. But, you know, he's missed in location a couple of times and has given up he's given up 2 home runs, 3 runs, 4 hits so far. So, you know, overall, it's been just a pretty decent performance for him so far as we go to the 5th inning. And, you know, a lot of base runners so far for Indianapolis, but they just haven't been able to really capitalize on these base runners so far. As here's Dominic Smith, he's going to drive that one to left field, and it is caught near the wall there. Good grab over the shoulder for the first out. Now 2 down in the inning for Cedric Mullins. And let's see here with the 1-1 pitch, as there's a line drive, and that ball is down. Base hits, and actually going to second. Here is Mullins, and he's going to get there. The throw way off the line. Cedric Mullins has got some speed, and he gets into scoring position for Josh Donaldson, and now trying to steal third base, and he is going to be safe. Wow, that's dangerous. I mean, you know, a risky kind of move there, but he's now 90 feet away. Josh Donaldson's going to crush this ball into the gap, And that one's going to bounce up and over the wall, so it doesn't really matter. Didn't matter that he was at third base, but that's a ground rule double for Josh Donaldson. As, you know, I mean, not even a ball that was really that far away from the wall, but just how short that roll is out there. It's going to be a ground rule double. That one is going to also be another ground rule double where Canna gets it down the line, and off of 2 bounces, it goes over the wall in foul territory. Wow, okay, as yeah, that one just barely getting back over the wall, and now we're tied 3-3 here in the 5th. So a couple of doubles and a tie game. Now Jack Flaherty's still pitching, and you know, I think this is going to be his last batter here in Marcell Ozuna. As there's a ground ball to third, and across the diamond goes Andujar to end the 5th. But a couple of extra base hits for the Arrows, and Indianapolis has tied the game in the 5th inning. It's 3-3. We go now to the 6th inning, and here's C.J. Cron. 0 for 1 on the day. Full count pitch. It's a line drive, and that ground ball over. I mean, beating the shift. Nobody was there. The first baseman wasn't in position, and it's going to be a double for C.J. Cron down the line. And, you know, not a ground rule double, and that's one of the rare occasions where you get a ball hit into that outfield and that part of the outfield that isn't going to go over the wall almost immediately. But, man, that was, that's going to be actually the end of the line for Max Scherzer here in this 6th inning. So Scherzer only goes 4 or 5 innings in this one, gives up 3 runs off of, you know, 5 hits, I believe, and is responsible for C.J. Cron at second base. Overall, not a really amazing game for him, as here's James Caprillion. 115 innings for him, a 3.89 ERA and a 1.31 whip, and kind of struggled with walks a little bit. He got 48 of them this season. As that fastball misses for ball 3. The count is full to Teoscar here. And Teoscar's going to fly that one over to foul territory. That one's going to fall in, and no chance for Marcell Ozuna to make that catch. So now the count is still full to Teoscar. DJ Stewart on deck. And that's a fastball. Swung on and missed. And Teoscar, frustrated, throws the bat away. I mean, you know, fastball here, and it's only 92 miles an hour, so not a necessarily fast fastball by, you know, a lot of other standards, but it's fast enough to go by Teoscar there on that pitch. That one misses high. Another full count pitch. A lot of full count pitch, or 3 ball counts in this game for really both pitchers in both teams. Now a 3-2, and it's there! A changeup on the corner. Fantastic pitch, and man, DJ Stewart says, yeah, that one was a really good one. You got me there a little bit. That's a ball that Luis Torrens should absolutely crush. I mean, a changeup right down the middle. So James Caprillian's got 2 big strikeouts since coming out of the bullpen here. Now 1-2. Ground ball right back to him. And he is going to make the play. So he does get out of that frame. That run will not be charged to Scherzer there, as that is the end of the 6th inning. So now we're going here to the next frame, and Damelson Lamet will come on out for the Bees, and, you know, 157 innings for him, a 3.3 ERA, 1.27 whip, 150 strikeouts. Really good numbers for Damelson Lamet, who has moved to a long relief role with the call-up of Jack Leiter, who's not on this team's roster in the playoffs, as that's a swing and a drive at the wall, and it is gone. Gavin Lux delivers again with his 2nd homer of the day. And the Arrows are on top here in the 6th inning. It's 4-3. Man, we saw 2 players, 1 from each team, have multi-homer games in the other divisional round, and now Gavin Lux crushes multiple home runs tonight. That one was hit a long way, almost over that grand giant wall out there in left field. 388. That was no soft home run right there for Indianapolis and for Gavin Lux, as that's a pitch there for strike 2. I believe that was a strike. Now 3-2. Swing and a miss. Glad he can't catch up to that fastball, which was definitely in a hittable location. Man, so that'll end the 6th inning. And a huge swing by Gavin Lux, who, man, has had himself a great day today. 2 for 2 with a couple of homers. Or 2 for 4, I think. Now we're in the 7th inning. 2 outs, and that's a fly ball, and that is right to Cedric Mullins. I mean, Salt Lake had runners on there, and they did not take advantage of them there. So that'll end the top of the 7th. The big 0 put up by Caprillion in that inning. Now we go to the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Cedric Mullins, who's going to swing and miss at a slider there down below the knees. So now, the man has been pitching pretty well besides the home run. That's a 4-seamer. There's strike 1 to Danny Jansen. 0 for 1. He's walked a couple of times, though, here. 4th at bat of the day. Now, 2-2 pitch. Swing! And a miss. Slider down at the knees. And Damilson Lamet gets, 3 strikeouts in this performance, but does give up a home run. Gives up the lead in the 6th inning, but, overall, pretty decent outing for him tonight. But can the offense here for Salt Lake muster up anything else? We go now to the 8th inning, and, this setup and closing roles on this team, one of the best in baseball. Cole Sulser, 64 innings, 2.24 ERA, 1.12 whip. I mean, one of the best relief pitcher setup guys in all of baseball here. And let's see, that's the guy that Salt Lake is going to have to do something against here. CJ Cron is going to swing and miss at a curveball for strike 3. And, I really think that this Arrows bullpen, there's maybe some weaker spots there in this bullpen, but overall it's a very good bullpen, very reliable. And, I mean, it's just so hard to get some runs against these really good bullpen guys in the back half of this bullpen for the Arrows, and that was a filthy pitch right there, way outside. Got Teoscar to go fishing at it, and, I mean, just no chance on that one. So now 2 down in the inning. Now 2-2 with DJ Stewart, and Stewart's going to manage to hit that slider somehow, but it's just a pop-up to second base. So great inning by Cole Sulser right there. 2 strikeouts, a pop-out, and a 0. We go to the top. We go to the 9th inning now. The bottom of the 8th, excuse me. I don't know why I said 9th inning, but here's David Fletcher, 1 for 3 in the game, and he's going to get another hit here. It looks like that ball is down in center. Jubal Herrera gets to it, but a double for Dominic Fletcher. That's his 2nd double of the game. So now Gavin Lux is at the dish again, 2 for 4. Of course, has had an excellent day today with a couple of homers, a couple of RBIs, a couple of runs scored, and another RBI opportunity for him here in the 8th inning. So now another 2-2 is a swing and a miss. A slider there inside to him, and a good pitch from Damilson Lamet, who's got 4 strikeouts now, I believe, out of the bullpen. See this pitch sequence, a 2-seamer, a couple of 4-seamer, a circle change. I mean, 4 different pitches in that at-bat. Finishes with a couple of sliders. So now it's Dom Smith here. 3-2 pitch is a ground ball back up the middle. That's going to be through. Dominic Fletcher is around third. He is going to score. Base hit for Dominic Smith, who's going to add on to the lead for the Arrows. And, not a terrible pitch by Lamet there, down low in the zone, but just a great swing by the batter there. Great swing by Dominic Smith, way out in front of his body on that pitch there. Full count to Guerrero. And it's a swing and a ball crushed. Oh, no doubt about this one. Vladdy has left the yard and blown the game open here in the 8th inning. It's a 4-run lead for the Arrows. 44 long balls in the regular season. This team's offensive superstar, and he shows up in this ballgame, his first homer of the playoffs. And it's 7-3 now in the 8th inning for the Arrows at 4:31 on the distance. Man, there was no doubt about that ball. No cheapie at all. And the Met frustrated for sure right there. Just cannot keep the lead where it was at. And now it's Peter Fairbanks who's going to have to come out of the bullpen here. And yikes, Peter Fairbanks was kind of bad this season. Actually, 54 innings and a 5.6 ERA. Yikes. 1.66 whip. But just needs to get one out here in this 8th. And that's a swing and a miss. And he does get a strikeout here of Cedric Mullins. But, man, Vladdy just a nail in the coffin almost. I mean, the game's not over yet, but that home run in that 3 spot by the Arrows in the 8th is just huge. A huge blow to the Bees in this ball game. Now, as they're going to look for answers and look for 4 runs in the 9th. And that's kind of what I was afraid of because, you know, it's not a safe situation. Technically, they don't bring in the closer, Get Whitlock. They bring in Pedro Baez, who had a really good season, don't get me wrong, 61 innings and had a 3.34 ERA. But, yeah, I mean, you just, you know, as soon as if Pedro Baez gives anything up, you really want to go to the bullpen right there. That's a strike and a strike 2. Good swing. But Luis Torrens goes around on that pitch. Now a 1-2. Fly ball. It's pretty deep in a left field. And at the wall and off of the wall. Home run for Luis Torrens into left field. So, a 1 run at a time, I guess. And the Bees now are only down by 3. And remember, Pedro Baez has to have a 3-batter minimum before Get Whitlock can come out onto the mound and replace him here. And that was, you know, 338 on the distance. That was kind of a little bit of a cheapy home run, I guess, there. But does get over the wall. And that's a double play, okay? And, you know, that is 3 batters gone through, but that's a huge blow for Salt Lake. They had a base runner on. Now the base runner's wiped away. And now they're down to their final out, and that actually is going to be the opening for Get Whitlock to come into the game. So, I mean, Get Whitlock, one of the best closers in all of baseball this year. 49 out of 53 save opportunities, only 4 blown all year, 1.57 ERA, and a 0.84 whip. He only had 5 walks all year. So he's got 2 strikes now on Elias Diaz here. And it's a swing and a miss on a slider. And Get Whitlock only needs 3 pitches to close the door and get a save here in Game 1. And the Arrows here at home win this ball game 4-7. I mean, you know, close game for the most part all the way through, but the Arrows pulled away in the 8th inning after getting the lead in the 6th. And they win this Game 1, and they lead the series now 1 game to none. So, yeah, this will be an interesting series. I don't know. The Bees, I'm not saying that they don't really have a chance to win this series, because of course they do, but, you know, a long hill to climb, and now they really are going to want to take Game 2 on the road to give themselves the best chance at winning this series here. As we see some highlights, we see that home run by Teoscar, the incredible play by Guerrero, and Gavin Lux had a field day. He had a fantastic game, 2 home runs for him. But the big blow really was this 2-run homer by Vladdy in the 8th inning. And, you know, the Arrows here, I think their team is really balanced out very well, got really good offense, got, you know, good pitching, decent bullpen here. So, yeah, this will be a hard task for Salt Lake, especially without their best player, but that is the Game 1s for the National League here in this franchise. So, fantastic games. I'm super excited. I mean, playoffs are, you know, just the best time of the year in baseball, and there's really nothing like October baseball, and in real life, it's probably my favorite time of the year, as we get to see the pitchers here in this game for the Arrows. And Scherzer, you know, 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts. Not an awful outing for him. Not an amazing one either. But James Caprillion pitched 2 scoreless innings. And Cole Sulser pitched a scoreless inning. Baez got, you know, 0.2 innings. He gave up a run, though, on a homer. Again, the Garrett Whitlock got the save with 3 pitches. And then you get Jack Flaherty. And Jack Flaherty had 6 walks in this game. Yeah, that's That's way too much. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So just a lot of base runners in this game by Jack Flaherty. And then Dinelson Lamet, yeah, he ended up giving up 4 runs in 2.2 innings, so he didn't have a very good day on the mound either. Kyle Fairbanks went out. So that is going to be the end of the game for me, end of this episode for me, guys. So next time, we'll have Game 2. So what I kind of did with the other games in this franchise or in the playoffs that, you know, that weren't kind of deciding games in a series is I quick managed them until like the 7th or 8th innings, and then I jumped into those games if I wanted to and if they were close. So we'll see. We'll quick manage games 2 for both of these series, and then we'll have game 1 of the divisional round in the American League between the Honey Badgers and the Raptors is what we'll have next time for you. So the playoffs are now in full swing. We are, you know, officially really getting underway here in the postseason. And I thank you guys so much for watching this one. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel so you're notified when I'm coming out with new playoff videos. And I just thank you guys, everybody, so much for watching this one. Have a great day. Hope you had a great weekend. And I will see you guys later. God bless.